I don't want to get emotional. I hate getting emotional. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your boy JMFL back with another new video, and today's video is a lot more serious than I usually am, and I don't know how to put these in words, but I've been thinking for the longest time now, and I guess it just has to do with like my past and how it's honestly come back to technically haunt me at this point. So the other day I went to my friend's house, and obviously we were talking about, oh, like, what are we planning to do for the future and all that. And then the subject brings up with, who would we want to be when we grow up? Obviously, I've said so many times that I wanted to be an actor and I want to go to California, I want to continue my YouTube stuff, but I also, obviously, as a backup plan, I would become a theater teacher or something. And then the question popped up with, who would you want to continue your life with? And to be honest, I never actually thought of that. But when that question came up, one person was on my mind, and it was an ex of mine. So last year, I went out with someone. I'm not going to say if it was a guy or a girl, so that way you people can just assume. I went out with someone last year, and I kept it away from my friends and stuff because I didn't want it to be like, oh, I have someone I'm with, I'm in a relationship. I kept it away from them only because, one, they didn't feel comfortable like having people know that we were dating, because this person was a senior and I was a freshman, so like that doesn't that doesn't look well. So there's that, and another thing was that they were going to leave right after they graduated, so this relationship was only since December until July, because I broke it off with them in July. I broke it off before my birthday, which really sucked because, you know, I remember during the relationship they said they were going to wish me happy birthday, they were going to call me, and they're going to talk to me all day. And I kind of, it felt weird not hearing their voice on my birthday like they promised. But continuing on, it was at that point I was thinking about them, and I was like, I kind of wanted to continue it with them because we were happy. And that's saying something, because you guys know in all my videos I've said screw my exes and all this stuff, but this was the one ex that didn't do me wrong, and I feel bad because I broke it off only because they were gone. It was at that point I told myself this time it was my fault, because they wanted to continue the relationship even though they weren't around, and me being the selfish person I was at the time said I didn't want to do a long distance only because that would make it harder for both of us, because I would still be in school and they would do God knows what. But I always kind of just kept to myself about it, and I was like, at this point, that like a few days ago when I went to my friend's house, this popped up, and I was just like, I guess I fucked up. I don't know. It's hard for me to admit when I fuck up, but at this point I realized I honestly fucked up. And I was happy with the person. And I know I shouldn't get emotional about it, but at the same time, I'm only emotional because this was someone I was actually happy with. This was someone that actually made me happy. I'm not saying that my other relationships didn't make me happy, but this one actually genuinely made me happy because they didn't do me wrong. They always were there for me, especially when I was being an ass. They were always doing their damn best to, like, make me smile when I wasn't smiling, and when I refused to smile, they were just always there. And I did them wrong. And I never apologized for it. I didn't know what to do at that point. I cried at my friend's house, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No." I realized I fucked up. Because I don't know who I could continue doing my career with. Because I already had someone at that point. And now I don't. I mean, I had to give an answer first. I was like, probably my family. But I know my family wouldn't change their lives and move all the way down to California if I wanted to. So, all I could think about was them, and it was hard, because the last thing I remembered I told them was that I love you, I love seeing you smile, and I don't want to lose you. Then I lost them, because I couldn't do long distance. I guess the moral of this story was, sometimes it's hard. You think you've moved on, but you really don't. It's hard to move on from your past, and honestly, it haunts you in the present. But I guess really you just have to think about the future. And that's what I think about now. Sure, they could have been part of my future, but I have people who are part of my future. You guys have seen these people on my YouTube channel. You've seen Gloria, you've seen Jordan, you've seen Josh. You've seen my, like, if you're a fan of mine since the beginning, like before I hit puberty and shit, you saw my sister, Raquel, you've seen those vacation videos I've done. You've seen my brother, you've seen my mom, you've seen my dad. I have all these people in my life, and I'm grateful. Josh, Jordan, all of you, I'm grateful that you guys are a part of my life. But this person made my life completely different. They made me feel like I could be more and be more confident. I'm not saying that you guys don't do that, but they did it in a different way that you wouldn't expect a family member or a friend to do it. They did it in a more loving, caring, different kind of loving and caring. They did it like they wouldn't let go, and they wouldn't just let me do it on their own, because they would be there every step of the way. I guess that's how relationships work. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my channel, please tell your friends to subscribe to it. I'm sorry this video got a little too emotional than I expected. I guess it's just something I've always wanted to talk about, just because it's been bugging me. Until now, I didn't really think of that person until my friend brought up those questions. Turn on those notifications if you want to know when I post. Live your life to the extent, follow your dreams. JMFL out. Ooh, excuse me.